You haven't lost yourself. You have simply been distracted by life. Hello and welcome to Happy, Healthy, Fit, and Fabulous and day 8 of our 31 Days to Your Best Year Yet series. Today's message is one of the most important ones that we'll talk about this month because many of us have forgotten who we are along the way. Not because we wanted to, not because we failed, but because life, expectations, and responsibilities slowly layered themselves over the real us until she was hard to find. But here's the beautiful truth, my friend. She's still there. And today we're going to do the work to bring her forward again. Let's start by talking about how we lose ourselves without even realizing it. When you were born, you weren't born unsure. You weren't born doubting yourself. And you weren't born apologizing for who you are. Those things developed over time when someone dismissed your voice, when you felt pressure to fit in, when you had to be strong for everyone else, when you played roles that weren't truly yours to play, and when you did what was expected of you instead of what was authentic to you. So many women wake up one day feeling disconnected, not because they're lost, but because they've been busy surviving, supporting, and showing up for everyone else. And somewhere along the way, your inner voice got quiet. Not gone, just quiet. But the real part of you is still there. I want you to think back to who you were before the responsibilities, before the heartbreaks, before the years of trying to be everything for everyone, and before the world told you who to be. Who were you before all of that? Because that version of you, the bright, creative, curious, hopeful version of you, she didn't disappear. She's simply waiting for you to look her way again. And you know how you know she's still in there? Because you feel sparks of her when you do something that you love. You feel sparks of her when you remember an old dream you used to have. You feel sparks of her when you get an idea that excites you. And you feel sparks of her when something feels aligned in your spirit. Those sparks, my friend, aren't random. They're reminders. Let's talk about some of the signs that you've lost yourself. Sometimes losing yourself feels subtle, but sometimes it's loud. You might notice things like you second guess yourself more often. You're unsure of what you want. You feel disconnected from joy. You're constantly emotionally tired. You don't recognize the woman that you are in the mirror. And you answer, I don't know, when asked about your own desires. These aren't failures. These are signals. Signals pointing you back to yourself. So how do you remember who you really are? Remembering who you are is the part that really matters. And here are some gentle but powerful ways to reconnect with the truest version of you. Number 1, revisit the things that you used to love. What was it that lit you up years ago? What hobbies, experiences, or passions felt like home to you? Reintroduce those things back into your life, even if only in a small way. Number 2, take time to notice the things that feel like you, not just the things that look good on paper. Pay attention to those moments when you feel like your real self, laughing freely, creating something, being outdoors, listening to certain music, speaking up with confidence. That's you, the real you. Number 3, start spending time alone, even if it's only 10 minutes a day. When you silence your environment and your inner voice gets louder, this is where clarity lives. Number 4, release those identities that you've outgrown. You're allowed to evolve. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to want something new. And who you used to be is not a life sentence. Number 5, speak to yourself with kindness. That self-doubt that keeps creeping into your mind, that's not authentic. That was learned. But that also means that it can be unlearned. It's time you give yourself the grace that you give to everyone else. Number 5, and number 5 is just a little reminder that the real you isn't gone. She's not lost. She's not broken. She's simply covered by years of being who you needed her to be. But underneath all of that, there's still a woman with dreams, with purpose, with identity, with passion, with confidence, and with light. And she's ready to rise. She's ready to breathe again. And she's ready to be seen by you. I want you to reflect on this. Ask yourself, who was I before the world told me who to be? Then ask yourself, what small step can I take this week to honor her again? Then write it down, feel it, follow it. And this, my friend, this is how you return to yourself. I want to close with this. You haven't lost yourself. You have simply been distracted by life. But here's the good news. You can always return home to who you were. And today that journey begins. I am so proud of you for being here today. And I promise you, the more you remember who you are, the more your life begins to feel like it fits again. Thank you so much for spending a part of your day with me today. I truly do appreciate it. If today's message resonated with you at all, make sure you've signed up for the free 31-day companion ebook, which will be going out the first week of January 2026. It includes all the lessons, reflections, and mindset shifts from this series, and hopefully it can be a companion for you to continue on your personal journey in 2026. Again, thank you so much for spending a part of your day with me. I hope that you'll be joining me tomorrow for day 9 of the 31 Days to Your Best Year Yet series. Have a great rest of day. Take care. Bye.